What? What? Nepotism. Nepotism is good. How can nepotism be possibly good? I'm sure most of you who came here just because of the title. Nepotism is good. Nepotism was good. So how can nepotism be considered as a good thing? So what exactly nepotism means? So basically nepotism means that using your power or influence to give a position to a certain family member. So हिंदी में बोले तो बेसिकली राजा का बेटा ही. So nepotism is bad, It actually gives chances to those people who actually don't deserve the position, but they still get it because of their father or mother or brother. You can take out the blood relations, you get it. The most common and the most visible examples for Indian country is that of the Kapoor families and the Ambani family. In fact, what's going on in the Bollywood right now, I feel it should just be named as Kapoorwood. I know that's a bad name, but nepotism rules. Anyways, यार देखो nepotism को बुरा consider करने का ना usually एक ही reason रहता है that talent it should rule over nepotism, right? But instead it actually happens the opposite because of the very well known phrase that blood is thicker than water. Most of the people don't use it right because it's actually nepotism is bad. Nepotism should be banned and stuff like that is actually it actually trends on social media at times due to various reasons, and it actually is correct. It is correct up to a certain extent. यार actually अगर बोला है ना कि nepotism is good, so it's not clickbaity kind of thing. I'm actually going to tell you a pro of nepotism that actually makes us think that nepotism is something that should exist in the system. It's basically like if there's nothing ever going to be bad in the system, how would you exactly think of something good? And most of you cannot disagree with that fact. But यार ये सब तुम जानते हैं मुद्दे. So why exactly is nepotism a good thing? So let's go back to the time when France was ruled by Louis the 16th. Okay, his wife's name was Marie Antoinette, who was the queen at that time, right? So this is the time I'm actually talking that was before the French Revolution occurred. At that time, the French society was divided into three parts. Okay, the clergy, the nobility, and the commoners. Okay, who were the clergies? So the clergy were those people. They were those people who actually worked for the church-related people. Okay, the priest, the pastor. Talking about the nobility. Okay, so nobility means basically the real estate owners of back then, the one that actually owned the properties, the farmlands, the houses, and every other thing, right? Talking about the commoners. So if I actually try to explain it to you in the language at present, the ones doing the tertiary jobs, the teachers, the doctors, the lawyers, right, and the primary jobs, the farmers. So let's say, for example, if the people from the clergy had to throw a party, okay, or a function, if I want to be more formal, a function, okay, so they're going to spend around $800 on one platter. For example, hypothetically, right? Talk about the nobility. The nobility had to throw a party. One of the families of the nobility had to throw a party. Okay, they'll spend around $500 for a platter. Right? Let's go to commoners. Coming down to the commoner, they know that they have to pay the taxes. They know they do not have the right to vote, and they have other millions and millions of problems. Right? So according to what they earn, according to what's left with them, they're going to, use the money to buy the platter. It could range from, I don't know, $10 to $100, but it's never gonna get above the nobility. Clergy is a different thing now. Right? It's a faraway thought. सिंपल सी चीज देखिए एक, they actually used the money they had but didn't try to overdo what they actually had, right? Out of 100 commoners back then, okay, 100 commoners, 90, they have actually accepted the fact that they are happy with the fact that they have, like, they have to eat a 20 buck platter. They don't have to go for a 200 buck platter that, the nobility consumes. Remaining 10, they are not exactly happy. They want to have what the nobility have. They want to have what the clergy consume. They are not exactly happy. The 90 don't really try to outgrow their present situation. 10, miserable. They wanted more variety. They actually wanted to live the lifestyle that nobles and the clergy did. But they were, like, let's just say their hands were tied. Because that was the time when the son of the king was supposed to be the king. The prince, of course. But they never tried to outdid what they actually had. The 10, they didn't go and buy a 30 buck platter unless they had a bonus. आज की बात करें, talking about India, so we, like the Americans, have three main classes: upper class, middle class, and lower class, right? And let's say, according to our shastras, we had four classes back when the later Vedic period started. That was the Brahmins, the Kshatriyas, the Vaishyas, and the Shudras, right? Those four classes are again now resolved. No, the Brahmins are not the highest. The Shudras are not the lowest now, right? But उस टाइम और आज के में difference समझ आ रहा है? So if we are from the middle class, somebody must be from the upper class, somebody must be from the lower class, the cream layers. There are various different layers, right? There are subclasses as well. Talking about the three main classes, everybody wants to outgrow their current class. That really is a good thought. That thought actually drives oneself to work their hardest so that they could surpass their current surroundings and grow up. It's not a bad idea. But outgrowing your current present situation and pretending that you have outgrown your current present situation are two very different things. It's basically like having a spherical shell that is gold plated. So when the world sees it, the world thinks that the whole shell is a solid thing made up of gold. But the one who owns it actually knows that it's just a shell that is gold plated. So while the world thinks that the person owes a fortune, the person actually knows that he is living in the dust. That's the worst thing, and that is the reason why nepotism is good. Nepotism was good. Those 10 that were the commoners back then, they wanted to outgrow the situation. They never covered themselves in pretentious shell that we have outgrown the situation and we can definitely own a variety of food items to consume and a variety of dresses and everything. They never did that. They worked hard. They fought in the French Revolution. Many of them owned successes and there were casualties, of course. And most of us can think that, the world won't run without catfishing that we do now. We have to catfish ourselves if we want to be a part of the society. करो यार, कौन मना कर रहा है? इनफैक्ट कोई मना भी करे तो आप किसकी सुनोगे? Because the people who are watching my video, okay, they could be ranging from an age group of 12 to 60. I don't know. YouTube is a, it's a universal platform. Because at times you see your elders doing that. You see your elders doing that. And the basic saying that goes around, बड़े जो कहते हैं सही होता है. In fact, जो बड़े भी कहते हैं ना, वो हमेशा सही नहीं होता है. Because our old generation made those rules when they had those situations. But those situations, many of them don't even exist now. But we still follow the rules because बड़े जो कहते हैं वैसे ही होता है, because we are definitely scared of our parents. Point being that ये shell जो आप सब create करते हो, this pretentious shell, this whole disguise and cover, many of us who are actually watching the video, they have a good, capability to maintain it for their lifetime. Yes. या मुझसे झूठ बोलो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, but don't be, a betrayal for yourself. Accept it, जो करते हैं, definitely. But करोगे, कौन रोकेगा? Seriously, कौन रोक पाए? कोई नहीं. But पता है difference नजर आने लग जाए. The most significant example that I can give you guys is pre and post COVID. So pre-COVID, back then when I used to see other people, what they were doing and everything, living in a society and stuff, I used to see a lot of people spending money on, unnecessary things and putting around on the statuses. Like if it's somebody's birthday, they'll cut, 10s and 20s of cakes, right? If it's their anniversary, okay, they are going to wear 3 different outfits and those outfits look like they cost around 10-20k, right? Like they were visible every day. Talk about Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp, the most common one. They were visible everywhere. They would post each and every moment of their life that they spent happily. Not all of them. Actually, none of them post their sad moments. Unless they want publicity. Or unless it's it's some sort of social issue that they are trying to give a message as to. So everything, they just show this splendid, extravagant life. What happened post-COVID? It just felt like they disappeared. They disappeared. They literally disappeared. And you know why that happened? Because what they were showing back there, that was not real. That was just a show off to show that we are the wealthiest. We are the most elite. But in reality, they were hollow from inside. So when the COVID thing happened, most of those homes went broke. Most of those homes went broke. Now you don't know how to enjoy without wearing expensive dresses and accessories and going out and having expensive platters. So what are you going to post? Because you post those moments which you enjoy and you don't know how to enjoy with a simple life. So you're broke now, but you at the same time you are miserable. You don't like the way you are living, but you have no choice. In the present, YOLO. Through this video, I'm going to make myself very clear. Through this video, I am not promoting the negatives of nepotism. But the positives which were there, which were let's say the hidden reality of nepotism which is actually present. One should actually see that and like try to figure it out that it's actually a good thing. Because once you get broke, once you don't have anything, it feels bad. But There's a famous saying in Hindi, "Jitni chadar utne pair pasaro." I hope I'm saying it right. That's what people used to do back then. That's what people used to do back then. Royals at times, definitely. ऐसा नहीं कि royals didn't try to outdo themselves. But those who actually did, they fell off very soon. They lost their kingdom and all their, royal pleasantries that they wanted to have. They lost it all. Those who did, they managed to keep their normal lives, their common lives in a sustained level. And ultimately, many of them who wanted a change, they outdid themselves. But not in terms of spending, not in terms of showing off, but actually in terms of productivity. And that's what we are lacking today. I'm not saying that back at those times show off didn't used to happen. Definitely used to happen. But it basically happened with those who had a lot to show off. It wasn't empty inside. It was filled, not maybe up to the brim, but maybe it was half filled. And optimism up to its peak, who knows? Well, that is it for today. I hope you guys liked my video, and this was a very spontaneous video because I wanted to post something on the new year. So I hope you guys like my video, and make sure to subscribe my channel, like my channel, and share it among your friends and family. It would be really appreciated if you posted your feedback in the comment section given below. My Instagram handle is mentioned in the description box. Please do follow me there. Thank you.